Welcome back to the 90 More podcast. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to brand new video. We are diving into Chelsea versus AC Milan in the UEFA Champions League tonight. It's a very important game for Graham Potter. It's a very important game for this Chelsea side. I think it will be game number 2 after sacking Thomas Tuchel for them in the UEFA Champions League. I think, look, it's so unlucky for Graham Potter to have this kind of schedule after taking on Chelsea very early in his career at Chelsea. It's very unlucky, but then there is nothing to do. So they take on AC Milan today. We're going to be looking at the lineup. We're going to be looking at what they should do to beat this AC Milan side. They're really in form, AC Milan. 3 points off table leaders Napoli in Italy. They're winning games like crazy. And of course, they're also defending champions. So you've got to expect some quality from them. Chelsea fans, in the comment section, talk to me. Are you confident you can't beat AC Milan? Are you, are you optimistic? Because with Chelsea, Liverpool, and I think Tottenham right now, and plus probably Manchester United, it's about optimism. It's not about confidence, because you cannot back your confidence enough that you will go into the next game and win. So it's about optimism. So are you optimistic that you can beat AC Milan at the Stamford Bridge? Now, first and foremost, I think it's a very big advantage that this game comes at a time when Chelsea picked up 3 points against Crystal Palace in a game that I thought they really played well at the Selhurst Park. 13 shots on goal, 3 on target, 64% ball possession, and 635 touches overall. That was a commanding performance. That was a good performance. And I think Graham Potter and the traits we are going to see in these Chelsea sides from him exactly are depicted in that performance. You're going to have to hold the ball more. You're going to have to create bigger chances. You're going to have to have more shots on goal, and then dominate. That kind of dominance is what we've seen before in Brighton, is what we've seen in clubs like and other clubs that dominant managers love to manage. So for me, Graham Potter and Chelsea, they should stick to the philosophy they played against Crystal Palace. They should stick to that. Make sure in each and every game you're looking to dominate, you're looking to keep the ball, you're looking to create chances, and then that is the only way they can get better. So, talking about the starting lineups, I think I've looked at a couple of Chelsea previews from Chelsea fan channels, and I've decided to go with quite a very similar lineup to what they did, to what Graham Potter did over the weekend. I think he will need some rotation. He's going to have a very busy schedule with over, I think it's going to be around 9 games in October as well for Chelsea. So it's never going to come easy. It's not coming easy. It's not going to go, any easy on their side. They're going to need to rotate. They will need, a lot of players and a lot of squad rotation. The good thing for me, they have the players. They have the players to rotate. Probably not the quality. You look at the likes of Hakim Ziyech coming in for Raheem Sterling. Not the quality that Chelsea would want. But honestly, I think they're better off than clubs like Arsenal, than clubs like Manchester United, because United literally don't have a second team. Arsenal literally don't have a second team. Chelsea do have a second team, but they don't have the quality. So in goal, let's go with Kepa. I think he's a good goalkeeper, isn't he? And of course, the absence of Benjamin Mendy dictates that Kepa Arrizabalaga starts in goal. He started off well so far during Graham Potter's career. Loves to play out from the back, just like Mendy. And of course, we know with Graham Potter as a goalkeeper, your reflexes must be very good. But then you also have the ability to play out from the back. Have that confidence to build up, give your team that kind of starting point. So Kepa Arrizabalaga done very well over the weekend. I think you can't give him a lot of credit. Played very well, and I've always believed in him as a goalkeeper. I want to see him playing with an organized Chelsea side. I want to see him playing in front, behind an organized, a good Chelsea side. I want to see Kepa playing there. Of course, he's played a back four just for purposes of security. Thiago Silva at centre back. Fofana should be named at centre back as well. Daniel James and Marco Cucurella, of course, should be the wing backs or the full backs, depending on what Graham Potter wants to do in this game. And I think with Cucurella, what a signing, because I don't know if Chelsea signed him knowing they were going to sign Graham Potter, but if they didn't know, if they didn't have a clue, then it is absolutely magnificent of a signing. Reece James, one of the best right backs in the league right now in the Premier League, and of course Thiago, we know the kind of experience he possesses. He's going to be playing former employers, AC Milan. Of course, I really cannot say he understands the philosophy and education at Milan right now. They are a very big, a very much changed side. They've won the league in the last past year or so. The recruitment they've done and all that is very different. But of course, Thiago has played there, so probably he can give them some notes about how Milan could approach this game. And then Wesley Fofana, another gem of a centre-back. In midfield, this is where they have had a couple of issues, a couple of problems. They look to strengthen in the summer. They didn't do that very well, but I still think if Jorginho is not available, then Conor Gallagher, Mateo Kovacic and Mason Mount should be the three starting in midfield. Now, many Chelsea fans could disagree, and many of you will agree with me, but I think Conor Gallagher needs to start more and more regularly for Chelsea. I think he's one of the best players you have in that central midfield area. Of course, for me, Kovacic is a world beater. Is very, very underrated. Kovacic is a world class at Chelsea. Is a wonder, in terms of playing, in the midfield. So that is the midfield three we are likely to see from Graham Potter. And up top, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Christian Pulisic did come off the bench against Crystal Palace. And I think he had a good game. He combined with Conor Gallagher to provide the winner. Maybe he deserves to start. The problem I have with Christian Pulisic and Kai Havertz is when they start, they're shit. They're absolutely, horrendous. And when they come off the bench, they give you a reason to start them week in, week out. And that is my only problem with Christian Pulisic. Talented guy, very good boy. We're gonna see him in the World Cup if he doesn't pick up an injury, with America. My problem is, can they stay fit? That's it. Can he stay fit? And can he put in those, good performances across 90 minutes? We've seen it. At Dortmund. He was a quality player, and I hope Graham Potter can revive his career. Lastly, of course, like I said, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Christian Pulisic, and Raheem Sterling, a revolution of a signing as well. So the question now: does this Chelsea side beat AC Milan? That is the big question. And that is where Chelsea fans have to ask the questions. This Chelsea side struggled to beat Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park over the weekend. All right? And we know Chelsea right now do not have a light game. Every game is a final for Chelsea. Every game is important. Every game carries the same significance and the same value. They struggled to beat Crystal Palace. Palace should have picked up a point over the weekend, despite the dominance, despite the sleek passing and everything. It required a moment of magnificence from Conor Gallagher to win that game. So, do they beat AC Milan? This is how I think AC Milan will line up. Now, Mania is injured, so their goalkeeper, that would be a disadvantage for Milan, in my opinion. We are expecting Tatarusa to start in goal. Toure, Tomori, Kia, and Calabria. Now, of course, we know with the Italian teams, the first thing they do is to, have that defensive discipline. And Milan last campaign won over 11 games, 1-0. Can you believe that? They won the title, but during that journey, most of the games, it went 1-0. It went 2-1. So it shows you they can protect a win. They can also protect a point. Fikayo Tomori, of course, ex-Chelsea player, is going to come to show Chelsea that you sold me, you let me go, and it was a big mistake. He's absolutely flying. He has got conversations around him from English fans why Gareth Southgate is not starting him day in, day out for England. So Fikayo Tomori is one to watch in that backline. But then I also think, Calabria, look, Milan are not going to sit back. Yes, they will sit in shape. Chelsea will have the bigger parts of the ball. They will dominate. But Milan are very deadly on the break. And players like Calabria are some of the examples that you have to watch. In that midfield, I think Ismail Benassia will be playing alongside Sandro Tonali. Tonali is one of the best central midfielders right now in Europe. I've had a couple of people blabbering around, all these other names, but for me, Sandro Tonali, quality. Absolute quality. And I got some time to see him and watch him with this Italian side without Marco Verratti. Probably not yet better than Marco Verratti overall, right? But I think he will get there. He's a very quality player. So alongside Ismail Benatia, they've created quite a partnership. Chelsea will have to deal with that as well. Playing a 4-2-3-1, the three behind Olivier Giroud. Again, Olivier Giroud, ex-Chelsea player. I think he won the UEFA Europa League with them. Did he win the Champions League with you guys? Talk to me in the comment section. Did he win the UEFA Champions League with you as well? Yeah, I think he did. So, again, another player who's going to try to prove a point. He's been so good for Milan. Almost, he's scoring a goal in every 3 games, right? That is that is Olivier Giroud. He scores a goal every 3 games, and of course the glue, the board he gives them up top is absolutely despicable. He allows them to kick that ball 20 yards up the pitch, 15 yards up the pitch, and then they come closer while he's still holding the ball. We know he's a very, very good guy when it comes to holding the ball. He's a very good guy when it comes to hold up play. And again, those combinations with the likes of Rafa Leao up front, those combinations with the likes of Charles De Ketelaere up front, they are very, very deadly. So Leao, De Ketelaere, and then Salamakis are also expected to be starting behind Olivier Giroud. So I think both clubs do have the quality, by the way. I don't think any club will be coming in this game as massive favorites. Chelsea maybe being at the Stamford Bridge creates some kind of advantage. I don't know what you people think, but I would say Chelsea have this game to lose. I watched Milan, the last few seconds of Milan beating Empoli over the weekend. They scored 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of that game. They scored 2 goals. It went 1-1 in the 90th minute. They scored in the 92nd and in the 93rd. So it shows you they've got that quality to punish. They've got that quality in front of goal. When they get the chances, they will bury them. Because Napoli, not Napoli, but Empoli, grabbed the equalizer in that game at the 90th minute. They celebrated knowing at the back of their minds, we've grabbed a point from this game. But it was never over. It was not over. I think it's the 92nd minute when AC Milan get their second. And you can't believe it. You really can't believe it. And a third as well, just to bury the game in the last seconds, in the dying seconds of the game. So Chelsea, for me, how to beat AC Milan. I'm going to betray AC Milan. I love them so much. But in this one, I'm going to back Chelsea first and foremost. I don't think they have the quality to beat this Milan side, especially if Milan decide to sit in shape and catch Chelsea on the break. But I'm going to back Graham Potter. He needs the 3 points. Chelsea need the points. I'm going to back them. So how do you beat AC Milan? Number one, you've got to play at a very terrific speed. Now, look, they're still under a new manager. They're still under new management. So they'll be passing the ball at a slower pace. That doesn't beat AC Milan. You literally cannot beat them if you're cautious about every touch you're making. You can't beat them if you're cautious about every pass you're making. You cannot beat them. The only way you beat AC Milan, your passing must be fast, quick, incisive, and with a lot of purpose. Can they do that? I think they have the quality to do that. Mason Mount is a very, very good player. Probably not that creative masterclass Chelsea fans want him to be. But for me, he's not a bad player. Not at all. Conor Gallagher as well. His dribbles in midfield, his ball carriage, his technical ability is something they will thrive on, and is something they definitely have to thrive on. They need to thrive on Gallagher's confidence. Kovacic, again, another central midfield masterclass. So if Chelsea can raise their game to a higher standard, Milan will come in this game knowing if we pick up a point, well and good. If we don't pick up a point, it's okay. The second leg is at the San Siro. What Chelsea don't want to do is pick up 0 points at Stamford Bridge and then start hoping being optimistic that they will pick up 3 points at the San Siro. That is a horror show. Whenever you go to the San Siro, it is a nightmare. You know, it's like having a nightmare while you're watching a horror movie. It's a worst experience. You literally cannot have a nightmare, and inside the nightmare, you're watching a horror movie. You're watching a horror show. It will be a massacre. It will be a bad game. And also, Chelsea don't want to drop into the Europa League right now. This is their chance. This is the starting point. If you can get 4 points over against Milan, go and beat Dinamo Zagreb, then you beat Red Bull Salzburg. I think Chelsea still have a pocket of space to go to the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League. But it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of teamwork. It's going to take a lot of individual brilliance. It will take a lot of patience. It will take a lot of quality to get over the Milan test. So can Graham Potter prove to the whole world that coming from Brighton, he needs a very little time to adjust to the demands of such a big ask, of such a big task? Going to Chelsea, playing in the UEFA Champions League, playing 9 games in 1 month, and then you're playing in the Premier League, which has its own demands given the standards that have been set at Chelsea. Can he do all that within the limited period of time? We'll talk about much of this in the match reaction. Should Chelsea win, I will be very, very glad. I don't want them in the Europa League. I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't want them in the Europa League because it just kills my ambitions. It just makes my path harder, right? So make sure you subscribe. My prediction for this one, I'm gonna go Chelsea 2, Milan 0. Yeah, I think they have the quality, but Chelsea can prevent them from scoring. Those counterattacks are easily blockable. You can block them. Chelsea cannot afford to make any mistakes in this one. Chelsea 2, Milan 0. Tell me your match prediction in the comment box, and I'll see you soon.